Well, we find ourselves in a pretty familiar situation. Heading into the final episode of the season, we could win the cup, we could win the league, or we can absolutely bottle all of it and come away with nothing. Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode with 4 games coming up for you. In the league, we've got Rangers, Hibs and Celtic. Win all of them, we win the league title. We then have the game against Rangers in the cup final to finish off the season and fingers crossed get a domestic double. Since you guys were last here for the Europa League quarter-final loss to Tottenham, we've played 2 games since the league has split in half for the final 5 games of the season. Whilst we beat Motherwell 2-1, Celtic beat Rangers 3-0, which was good for us because at the time, Rangers were the closest team to us, so it was good for Celtic to take points off them. But as we went on to go and beat Hamilton 2-1, Celtic and Rangers both won their games 3-0. So what it means for the league table, as you can see, is that we sit top of it right now with 78 points. 3 points behind us are currently Celtic, who have a slightly better goal difference than us, which is not too bad. In fact, to be fair, it's actually very good that it's only slightly better because the previous few seasons, it's been an awful lot better. We've done really, really well. It's a good sign of progress as well that we're conceding so few goals. In third place is Rangers on 74 points, 4 points behind us. And as you can see, we've scored more goals than them and we've actually conceded less than them as well. So that's really solid progress that I think we can be really happy with. You'll also notice that top of the goal scoring charts is Kevin Nisbet, but in third place is Kevin Hanratty of Kilmarnock. We let him go to Kilmarnock earlier on this season for £1.3 million and I don't know if I'm regretting it or not because he's got a lot of goals, but his average ratings are really poor. So I'm not quite sure how he's got such a low average rating. Only just better than last season's average ratings with us, despite getting 15 more goals. It's a bit of a weird one. But other than that, there's not an awful lot to talk about. We just know that we have to keep winning games today. And fingers crossed we do it. So before we head into this first game against Rangers, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. This is the team that I think can beat Rangers away from home. Bazunu in goal with a backline of Portier, Admilson, Suva and Torres. Campbell and Tamatlampa through the middle with Gordon and Knight on the wings and Nisbet and Harry Storm leading the line. Now, as kickoff is upon us, we don't have the greatest record against Rangers, particularly with good free kicks that have been put over the bar. Luckily, that was over the bar, that one. Usually they find themselves in the top corner. But a win against Rangers today guarantees us at least a top 2 position in the league. As if we win today, we'll be 7 points clear with them, with only 6 points available from the previous or the final 2 games of the season. So winning today gives us Champions League football at a very, very minimum. But Bazunu is already being called into action there, pushing that one onto the crossbar. I've just seen Celtic go 1-0 up against Hamilton as well. So ideally, that is, I say ideally, that's not great. It's not great for us at all. It's just not very good for us at all as Ryan Kent comes forward for Rangers. It's all Rangers right now. That was a superb challenge. Never a penalty. Is it a penalty? Oh, it is a penalty. I got hopeful then. Thought the highlight finished and it wasn't a penalty. No, it is a penalty for Rangers. Come on, Bazunu. He can't save it. Rangers 1-0 up. So because of that Rangers goal and Rangers going 1-0 up in this game, it does mean Celtic will overtake us at the top of the table by virtue of goal difference. Now, there's still time for this to be turned round. And hopefully we'll do it here from Tamatlampa's corner, which has been cleared only as far as Gordon, though, who doesn't really do much with the ball. He just dilly-dallies on it a little bit. Come on, Admilson into Tamatlampa. Tam gets it back to Suva. Suva forward to Nisbet, who can't win it. Gordon can't win it either. The ball to Bazunu, though, is collected at the backers. Apparently, Rangers... Oh, so no, I think Celtic are losing now. Are Celtic losing? I've just seen that Celtic go... We'll check the Celtic score in a second. I've not seen anything. I saw a table flash up and we got back on top of the table. So I think Celtic could be drawing, maybe not losing. We'll catch up with that one in a second. As Ben Knight on the ball. Can he get the ball into the middle? Nisbet's there. Nisbet scores. We're back in level terms here. It was an own goal, actually, interestingly. Own goal. We'll see this one on the replay. But I think plenty of stuff's just happened in the previous 30 seconds or so. So Campbell got the ball. Gets it to Tamatlampa, back to Campbell, forward to Ben Knight. Ben Knight controls it beautifully. And then, yeah, it's a lovely volley. It's a superb volley from the Rangers defender into the top corner. Goal of the season, maybe. And yes, Hamilton have also equalised. So, as it stands right now, we stay top of the table, 3 points clear of Celtic. If it can stay like this, actually, for the rest of the game, I'd be pretty happy with that, I'll be honest. A draw would be a decent result. You know, holding Rangers to 4 points behind us, that would be all right, in my opinion, as Ben Knight comes forward and his shot's not very good. Another chance for Rangers here, as the guy who scored the own goal nearly makes amends at the other ends of the pitch, but puts it into the side netting instead of the actual back of the net. First half is ticking by, and yes, we are quite down, to be fair. We need to develop, I think, just a bit of a better tactic next season for when we play away from home to Celtic and Rangers. The 5 at the back we use right now is not really that good. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it so much, mainly because our wing-backs aren't particularly good in those wing-back particular roles. Like as a full-back, in the more defensive positions, they're good. But in the actual wing-back roles, they're not really great. A few people in the comment section have pointed that out as well, and you are all absolutely right, to be fair. It just doesn't really suit us. And what doesn't suit us as well is Martinez scoring a fantastic header. I am really looking forward to the transfer window coming up, though. I've already got post-it notes with like plans that I want to do and who we need to sign and things like that. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. In the meantime, Rangers looking to come forwards. Come on, lads. Let's clear us out from the back, please. Let's do something clever with the ball. Let's not concede a goal like that. That was surely offside. Was Ryan Kent not offside there? Because I think he was. Ref? No? No? Referee? What is this about? So Ryan Kent is absolutely miles onside. Okay, yeah, fair enough. He was miles onside. And to make matters worse, Celtic are now winning 2. Which means they go on top of the table on goal difference. We're 1 point ahead of Rangers. It all gets a lot tighter all of a sudden. And if Rangers score another one, Bazunu makes a good save there. Come on, boys. Let's do something with this. I believe in us. I believe in us. Please. Torres getting forward into Nisbet. Nisbet, come on. Get a good cross into Ben Knight. Ben Knight can swing us in the middle. He's brought down. Is that not a penalty? Right. If it was a penalty for Rangers in the first half, that's almost certainly a penalty, which we've not been given. I guarantee now Rangers score off this, don't they? Or we get a red card from it or something like that. And it's... Well, none of those things happened, actually. Plenty of highlights in this game, just too many of them for Rangers as we succumb to a 3-1 defeat. The form from the Tottenham game may be affecting it a little bit. But it's Hibs coming up next, and well, we need to get back to winning ways here desperately. They always do the Scottish Manager of the Year really early. Like, the season's not finished yet, and yet I've won it already. I might not have won the league title. I could bottle it all right now, and this guy at Rangers could do a great job, for example. But I've won it for 4 years in a row now. But weirdly, the games are always different. Like, this season played 42 compared to Gerrard's, and this guy's 43. The season afterwards, it was 42 compared to 46 for this guy and 42 for the other guy. And then it was 44 for me, 43, 41, and then this year 44, all 44. I don't understand why are the games different? Like, how have we played extra games? Like, how have Rangers played an extra game that season too? I don't really understand it. But then how did this season I play more than these two? When I know Moyes had been there the entire season, I know Robbie Nielsen had been there the whole season. It's not like they're only playing part of this. I don't really get it. Either way, it's my 4th one in a row, so I'm happy with that at least. Speaking of managers, actually, I have been asked to show the managers of the teams in the Scottish Premiership. So obviously Aberdeen is me. Celtic at the moment is currently Roberto Martinez, which is an interesting choice at Celtic. Dundee, you've got David McCracken. No idea who he is, unfortunately. I want to say this for a lot of people, aren't I? I recognise the name Russell Martin. Who's he at in real life? MK Dons, that's where I recognise him from. Russell Martin as an MK Dons guy. Robbie Nielsen at Hearts. We've got David Moyes at Hibs, which is a really weird managerial appointment. Like, how has Moyes gone from Man United to Hibs? I mean, fair play, fair play. Shay Logan at Kilmarnock, sorry. Livingston have got Stuart McCall. We've then got Stevie Crawford at Motherwell. Rangers have got a guy that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, but is the current manager of Slavia Prague, which is a very interesting one given real-life developments. And then the manager of St Johnstone is Colin Cameron, and St Mirren is Sergei, a guy I can't pronounce, who's currently at Torpedo Moscow. Also, it is Europa League time. Celtic and Tottenham are currently 2-2 in the semi-final. We're going to press continue, and fingers crossed Celtic don't lose 4-0. Okay, well, Celtic knocked out in the semi-finals then of the Europa League, and that's the final Scottish team. But I think we've had a really good season for Scottish football. In terms of coefficient points, we've come close, but not quite close enough to overtake the Dutch, I don't think. I think this is probably the final sort of update for us, and I don't think we'll go ahead of the Dutch because we're on 45, they're on 47, Portugal on 51. We are way ahead of the other leagues though, so I think we'll stay in 8th place, which will keep us with, as it stands right now, 2 Champions League places, 1 Europa League place, and 2 Europa Conference League places. But ideally, it would have been nicer to move up to, well, 6th place is what we want for that extra Champions League place. So we just need to make sure next season we batter any Portuguese side we can do. Juan Torres has apparently been injured, so we'll miss the Hibs game. But what is interesting, actually, is that Juan Torres has got media description of a wonder kid. That's really exciting. He didn't have that before, and he's now got it, which means he's obviously developed nicely and is playing very well. Right, for the Hibs game, apparently Juan Torres can play. I don't know if I want to play him or risk him, though, so I'll swap him over with John Soot, who can play at right back, and we'll see how that one goes. So kickoff is upon us here today against Hibs, and we already have a cracking chance there from the corner, which somehow didn't get put in the back of the net. But we have another chance right now. This time, Anthony Gordon makes no mistakes. He puts that one in the back of the net, and 19 goals to his name now this season for Anthony Gordon. The Celtic also go 1-0 up against Motherwell. You can see that in the bottom left corner. Now, Gordon has had a contract renewal. I say contract renewal. They've extended his contract by a year at Everton. My plan was to sign someone at left wing instead because his contract, he wanted 31 grand a week when we tried to offer him a contract, which was far too much money in my opinion. So, I was going to try and sign someone. I think we still try and sign someone. But I also think we try and get Gordon back on loan for another season because 19 goals is a lot to miss, an awful lot to miss. It'd be nice actually for him to be in the team as well as someone else to sort of, I don't know, bridge the gap, integrate slowly. So I think we will try and get Gordon back on loan again next season as well as bringing someone else in. We already actually have someone else coming in who's like a 16-year-old kid from somewhere, maybe 17 or 18 by the time he actually joins us, I think, because of the rules and stuff like that. But we'll have a youngster coming in. If we can have Gordon on loan and then someone who is actually probably going to be the first choice, then that would also be quite good as Tam Lumper gets his first of the season to make it 2-0. So a good start to that game. I say good start, we're halfway through it. A good half of that game for us there. You love to see it. Ben Knight apparently picking up a knock there. We should probably take him off to, hopefully save him for the Celtic and for the Rangers game. I don't think Celtic are winning. I think Celtic might be drawing. I've just seen that they've dropped behind us in the table, which means they can't be winning, right? Unless, they can't be winning because the goal difference is far too in their favour still. So they must be drawing or losing right now as Harry Storm puts a header just over the bar. What's going on in the Celtic game? No, they're 2-0 up. Celtic 2, Motherwell 0. But how are they behind us in the table? I don't think that table's updated itself because Celtic should be ahead of us, right? As Stevie Mallon scored his 12th of the season, Stevie Mallon. Fair enough, lads. He is someone that I am thinking of maybe bringing in. I've been thinking about it for the past few seasons, to be fair, but he's always just a little bit too expensive for us. What is going... Right, I swear Celtic were ahead of us. How are we now ahead of them, even though they're winning? I thought we were on level on points, but they had a better goal difference than us. But now, have I missed something here? Have I really missed something? What happened? I'm really... we've won this game, I think. So up yours, Blair, as we've won this game. Hamilton have won 3-2 against Rangers, which helps us out massively. How are we not top of... I feel like that table was lying to me. I'm 100% sure that table was... It's not, though. Am I going mental? Ben Knight's out for a few days. That's fine. We've qualified for the Champions League by securing a top 2 finish. Right, hang on. Celtic. Schedule. They drew to Hamilton. Oh, because... How did I miss this? Hamilton scored in the 90th minute and they drew. How on earth did I miss that? Oh, well, this is so good. This is amazing. How? I don't have a clue how I've missed that at all, because that is absolutely bizarre. But we've got one hand on the league trophy. We've qualified for the Champions League for next season. And, oh, look at this. The board are giving us £450,000 to spend on wages per week and a transfer budget of 30 million. Oh, the transfer special is going to be so much fun. I'm so glad we didn't spend that 10 million last summer, because now we've got all of this money to spend now. We have 45 million in the bank. That's more than I thought we had. Oh, we are rolling in it. Okay, and now we've got a week off before we play Celtic, and as long as we don't lose to Celtic, we win the league title. And so here it is. It comes down to the final league game of the season, where the winner of Aberdeen v Celtic is going to win the league title. I should feel confident, but I just know how good Celtic are and that they can beat us when they want to pretty comfortably. We're going to bring Juan Torres back onto the pitch. For the rest of the team, though, I feel like we leave it the same. They've played well today. For them, I mean, Nisbet's not for his past 5. He's been terrible for his past 5 league games on a 6.6. It's behind the head, you can't see it. Nisbet's played terribly recently, but I think we have to just do it. And we either win the league title or we don't. It's one of these things. So as kickoff is upon us here today, what we can take from this is that we are playing at home today. So the home crowd should be with us and supporting us massively. As Harry Storm comes forward into Gordon. Gordon's shot I thought was in the back of the net. He puts it just wide. I think in the meantime as well, Celtic, with a chance straight away. I think if we beat Celtic as well and Rangers win their game, Rangers come in the top 2, get Champions League, Celtic goes straight to the Europa League. I think that might be what happens as well. But another highlight straight away. They're coming thick and fast in this game as Ben Knight comes forward, driving into the opposition penalty area. Great play. I couldn't really talk then because I wasn't really sure what was going on. Nothing happened though, did it? I just don't like this. I get very nervy because I want to win, obviously, and I don't like the talking. I feel like I'm just rambling on, trying to distract myself, and it's not nice. Now Rangers are 2-0 up against Hibs, so if we do beat Celtic, Celtic go to 79 points, and Rangers will go ahead of them. Celtic putting that corner just over the bar, and I'll be honest, I just want a 0-0, a nice boring 0-0, but right now there's just so many highlights in this game, loads of them. Can we just calm it down, please? Both teams settle for a 0-0. A 0-0 works for both of us. It works for us more than it does Celtic, but it guarantees you guys Champions League football, Celtic, and, you know, you want it. You know, winning the league title is not that important. You want Champions League football instead, Celtic. So make sure you lose to us. Nisbet into Ben Knight, who gets it into Tam Lumper, who somehow puts it over the bar. Nisbet should have taken the shot on himself, I think, rather than pass it off to Ben Knight. As the half an hour, it's not even half an hour into the game yet. There's so many highlights. Please, just stop with the highlights. I want a nice, boring 0-0. That would be lovely if you guys could provide that for me. As Gordon's ball to Nisbet is not the best in the world. We do win it at the back though, and Nisbet gets it off to Ben Knight into Torres. Torres through to Ben Knight. Ben Knight to put a ball into Harry Storm, and again it's another chance that's gone begging. Plenty of them now. We keep missing them, and I feel like we are going to rue these mistakes. I love that word. I use it all the time in videos. We're going to rue these mistakes. I love saying it. I don't know why. I always say it. It's getting to a point where it could become like a you love to see it sort of phrase, I think. To be fair, I think it goes unnoticed as well, but kickoff is upon us. I think I've said that in literally every single video I've ever made. Pretty much. So, you know, kickoff is upon us. You love to see it. You hate to see it. Are we going to rue these mistakes? No, we're not, because we finally got one. Anthony Gordon gives us the lead just after the half-time break. And now we really, really do. We don't have one hand. We've got one hand, and the other one is like supporting it underneath of the trophy. And we need to get the other hand on the side to lift it up above everyone's heads. We are so close to winning another league title. Come on, boys. And of course, this has big implications for Celtic as they are losing. They are dropping down to third in the table right now. As Ben Knight, Tam Lumper into Torres. Torres, can we get a second goal here? Not quite, as Celtic look to bring it out from the back. Christie coming forward. Can we get a challenge in there? No, because Carlos Vinicius gets it out to Saliba, who seems to be playing at right back today as opposed to centre back. And it's somehow not got in the back of the net. How we've avoided conceding there, I do not know. But at the same time, Hibs are on a comeback at Rangers. As you can see, it's now 3-2 to Rangers. They were 3-0 up. It's now 3-2. If Hibs can draw with Rangers, then that gives Celtic the advantage again to go into the Champions League. It's all to play for, and Anthony Gordon is injured. Potential thigh injury. Well, Carlos Borges will come on for him as that inverted winger on the left-hand side. That's a shame for the season to end like that for Anthony Gordon after getting his 20th goal for the club this season. Come on, lads. Hold on for 15 more minutes. I fully believe in you. I mean, you can concede one if you want to. I don't even mind that. Concede one if you really want to. We'd still win the league title. 10 minutes to go. Rangers are still doing enough to win their game as well. Celtic are frantically trying to score just a goal to get them second place in the table at a very minimum. This could be their worst. In fact, the third place here would be Celtic's worst league finish in... I mean, we could be talking like 20, 30 years or something like that. That could be absolutely terrible for them, but it's not going to be terrible for them because David Turnbull pulls one back with 2 minutes, not 2 minutes to go. I wish it was 2 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go plus sort of added time. We need to be a bit vigilant now. Let's just... Oh, gosh. Right. Torres, Tam Lumper in the middle. Ben Knight. Okay, it's disallowed for offside. No. No. Please not. Okay. Well, I don't care. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I just want to get to the end of the game. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. No. If Celtic score from this free kick... Oh, I should have gone defensive a long time ago. I've realised I've made no changes at all in this. On the grounds that it's working well. It was working well. I didn't want to change anything to invite too much pressure onto us. Go defensive, they'll just come and attack us. Just keep it as it was. It was working very well. I didn't want to change anything in that regard. But now I wish I kind of... No. We cannot lose the league like this. We cannot lose the league like this. Bazunu, be a hero. Bazunu, please be a hero. Please be a hero. No. You guys can't see me, but I am just lying on the floor. Lying down on the floor. Oh, this is horrible to see. In our own back garden. I think it was probably the bit where I said this would be Celtic's worst league finish for 30 years. I think the game heard me say that and was like, nope, not a chance. So who gave 96th minute penalty? Oh, you hate to see it. So Lookman got the ball. Who's this? Torres. Torres the Wonder Kid. Literally with 13 seconds left to go in the game, he gave that away, which means that Celtic win the league title and we come second. At least the board are pleased with me. The board are happy with me, which is fine. How bad's Gordon's injury? Gordon's injury is 4 to 7 weeks, so he's out for he's not playing the next game, obviously, which is a big shame for him. And now we've got this Rangers game coming up, which will be... I mean... I hope we win something. I also apologise. I'm not sure how long it's been going on for, but I can hear someone's car alarm going off outside. I've just clocked it, but I feel like it could be going on for a little while. So if you can hear it in the background, deal with it, I guess. I can't do anything about it, I'm afraid. Unless it's my car alarm. It's not my car alarm, don't worry. It's not my fault. It's not my fault at all. It's Torres giving away a penalty. Like, I have no control over that. It's agonising, right? And this will go down in memory for a long time, won't it? Like, this will be... People will recall this, the Celtic debacle, like they recall the Valencia debacle. 13 seconds left in the game. It's 1-1. We win the league title, and then that's that. It all changes. But I'm not going to change the lineup apart from Anthony Gordon, who's been recalled from his loan now because of his injury. We'll bring Carlos Borges on for him instead. We've got no other keeper to put on the bench, so we'll have to just go for 6 subs instead. Oh, we're going to lose this now as well. I can just feel it. I know we are. There's no point in me even... I don't want to play it. I know we're going to lose it. I just know we are now. So as kickoff is upon us here today at Hampden Park, the main stadium in Glasgow, the national stadium in Glasgow, I can just feel it. I just know, you know, we had our moment. We were 13 seconds away from winning the league, and it all fell apart. And we would have won that, and that momentum would have propelled us to a victory here today. Instead, Rangers take the lead, and they're going to batter us, and we won't have won any single bit of silverware this season, and I'm going to be so upset about it. I do apologise for the siren. That might be the most entertaining part of this game, though, so maybe I don't apologise for it. You know, it's just maybe it's not a car alarm. Maybe it's just in my head. It's a siren going off in my head, like some sort of idiot alarm for just being an idiot for losing that league title. And it's just, only I can hear it maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you guys can't hear it. It's just in my head saying, idiot, idiot. So I don't know, something like that. Oh. In the meantime, Ben Knight on the ball, gets the ball into the Rangers. I mean, he should have done more passing than that, really. He's been a bit selfish there, I must say, Ben Knight. But another chance for us right now as Suva collects the loose ball at the back. The ball to Nisbet's good, into Ben Knight. Ben Knight in the area. This time, he can shoot and saved by the keeper again. Throw in now for us in an attacking area. Portier, long one into the middle. Portier collects it at the back. Portier into Harry Storm into... Yeah, it's an offside goal. Another one. If only our players could stay on side and score goals, we would not be in the situation we're in right now. But you can see very clearly that was very offside. And so half-time comes around and we are 1-0 down. Please don't make it 2. Please don't make it 2. I'm telling you, please don't make it good. Make it 1-1 instead, boys. No, please don't make it... Make it 1-1 instead, boys. Come on. End-to-end stuff now as Ben Knight again just runs through everyone into Nisbet. Nisbet into Tambert Lumper. Forward to Borges. Borges can get it on the edge of the area. Into the middle. Shoots. Saved. We're just not good enough. And in the second half, nothing is particularly happening. Some changes need to be made in a second. But Rangers still looking to come forward. And... that might be it. That might be it. Lewis Ferguson, on you come for Tam Lumper, please. Harry Winks, on you come for Alan Campbell. And let's also get Harry Storm off for James Fotheringham, who's not really a poacher. Let's make him the target man on attack instead. And then everyone else is on attack pretty much. Wing-backs on attack. Wing-back on attack. Ferguson, advanced playmaker, attack mentality, very attacking. Nothing to lose at this stage. We may as well just go all out right now. You know, we're 2-0 down already in the Scottish Cup final. We may as well go all out attack. So, 20 minutes to go in this game. We've been right in it. We've had 9 shots to their 10 shots. It's not like we've been blown out of the water. It's just we've not been very good with the chances we have created ourselves. Harry Winks gets it out to Portier. Portier in the middle. Oh, just too little on it, I guess. A little bit more on it to get it over the defenders. That would have been a certain goal for us, you'd say. As Ryan Kent instead can't score. Shout, demand more. That's the last throw of the dice for me. I don't really know what else I can do other than maybe play out from the back instead. Let's try that for the final 10 minutes, but I don't think it's going to do anything as Torres gets the ball in the middle and it's gone out for a corner. Ref, he went out. Ward went out of play there for a corner. His clearance is good because it goes to Rangers players, unfortunately for us, as Fernando comes forward for Rangers into Vega. Vega to nearly in the back of the net again. Unfortunately, Rangers have just been too strong for us this season. And Brian Portier on a 5.9 has done some serious things wrong apparently this game. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch that. Not again. I guess it was due to happen, right? The past few years have been phenomenal for us in terms of winning stuff, right? I mean, look at the Scottish Premiership. We won it last season. All right, so we'd won that 2 years ago. We won the Scottish Cup as well. We've won most of the finals that we've been to. We've won the Betfred Cup twice. Every final we've been to, which has been two Betfred Cups and one Scottish Cup final, we'd won. We were due to lose one at some point, and it was going to happen at some point. So we've lost it now, but the league title is the one that really hurts, actually. But this has been a very long episode, and I mean, we can try and ignore all the news articles that say Weldon Rangers and stuff like that. Probably not tomorrow, based on the amount of limited time that I've got to record. More likely on Thursday, Transfer Special will come out, and we're going to look to spend hopefully all of this £30 million. Oh, you love to see it, and so much wage budget too. Big names coming, big transfer fees happening, big wages being spent. There's lots of players that I want to bring in. Lots of players got scouted out as well, so that'll be fun. So if somehow you've enjoyed today's episode and watching me lose one league final basically and a cup final, I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure you do drop a like on today's video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and make sure you come back tomorrow or whenever the next video comes out, as we look to build the squad and actually win some things next season.